Hi, my name is Garrett Christopher, and this is my YouTube channel. This is called Garrett's Sports Take. I also have Garrett's Movie Take and Garrett's Take. Movie Take, I try and convince you that my favorite movies should be your favorite movies. And Garrett's Take is, it's actually taken on a very serious tone. You know, the last little set, I talked about COVID vaccines, and now I'm talking about homelessness. And I really am curious on my end to learn more and see what I can do for my community and its homeless population. In any case, this one we're going to talk about football, specifically my Miami Dolphins in the AFC East. What I'll do is kind of go through each division and kind of predict what I think is going to happen as far as records and that kind of thing. I think the AFC East is going to end up just like it ended up this past year. Let's see, you had Buffalo at 13-3. Now they'll have an extra game this year, so 14-3, 13-4 perhaps. Then you had Miami, and you had New England, and then finally the Jets. I think it's going to end up much like that. So, 13 wins, maybe 10 or 11. I think it'll take 11 to get into the playoffs this year. Hopefully the Dolphins, please God, make it to the playoffs this year. I think the New England will end up right where they are, same spot. And then the poor Jets. Not that they won't try to win more, but they have a rookie quarterback. Their backup has like 3 years in the league, and they have a rookie head coach. So more power to you, Jets fans, but I think you're looking at the same thing. Will you win 5 games? I think it's the main question with the Jets. But there you have it. It's funny. Miami Dolphins fans, I'm one of them, thought finally Tom's gone, and we finally have a chance to make it and get that AFC East crown back. And then Josh Allen goes off, and the Buffalo Bills do what they did. And I don't think they're going to slow down at all. I think they're just tough and rough and mean. And yeah, they're going to win that division by a couple of games, I believe so. By the way, did we get the question answered whether Bill needed Twom or Twom needed Bill more? I think we did. Not that Bill Belichick isn't an incredible coach, and as far as the Patriots organization, yeah, but I think Tom was a big part of that, right? A big part of that, and not just for the position, but just overall, that confidence. He goes to a team that won the Super Bowl. Think about it, and they're probably favorites again to win it this year, or at least getting there, out of the NFC. But yeah, I think we got the question answered. Cam Newton did his best. But will they break 500? Will be my question. Probably go 8-9. That's what I'm thinking. They were 7-9 this past year, so I give one more win. My Dolphins. So the question there is, as far as Tua is concerned, how will he do? And more importantly, what will Brian Flores do if Tua? Because I think the first 5 games are really tough for the Dolphins. You don't end up 1-4, or even 2-3. You need to go 3-2 out of those first 5. And if Tua is not doing well, does Jacoby Brissett get in the game? Does Brian Flores, at times kind of pull, and is he kind of preparing Tua for that, for that? And do you want to have a young quarterback with that mindset that, hey, I might get pulled? No, of course you don't want that, but real is real. And I think that Tua has it between the ears. Look in his eyes. He's a pretty bright guy, so I think he's got that. But as far as the talent-wise, I think they have the talent. Defensive side of the ball, as far as the defensive ends and all that remains to be seen. But yeah. But we'll see. I think, to me, that's going to be a key. In those first 5 games of the season, how quick will Brian Flores pull Tua if he's not doing well? And he's only, started, 7-8 games in the NFL? You can't expect him to go in there and be an all-star. So we'll see what happens. I just, please, Dolphins, let's just make it to the playoffs this year. Can we? Please? Please? But yeah, so Josh Allen and Sean McDermott just, man, what a great job. And I think they're solid. I think they're going to be there for a long, long time. And Dolphins, we'll see if you can step up and somehow fight for that crown, but I don't think it's going to be this year. So there we have it. That's my take on that. If you're looking for someone who's going to talk about each individual player and do all this fantasy stuff, I'm not the guy. I've done fantasy football once. It was like 3 years ago. I almost won, just so you know. Yeah, I won't mention the player, but I'm sorry, my dog is deciding to scratch his neck right now, and his collar is making noise. And I apologize. His name is Odie, and yeah, thanks, Odie. Appreciate it. Okay, now we're shaking like that. Okay, thanks, Odie. Anyway, if this one player, I didn't know he wasn't going to play. I think it's like the 15th game of the season, and he didn't play, and because of that, I lost some points and lost the season. But here I was, someone who didn't do fantasy football. These guys at work asked me if I wanted to play. Every one of them they knew what was happening, right? I needed help just getting the draft. I'm not, like totally unintelligible when it comes to football at all. I know sports, but as far as like each player, each position like that, I don't follow it that much. So yeah, I'm not that guy that's going to help you as far as your fantasy, teams and that kind of thing. But I will put it out there what I think is going to happen as far as these divisions. We'll start with that. All right. So there you have it. There's my take on the AFC East. So next one I'll go and do, I don't know, maybe the AFC, or maybe I'll jump back and forth, AFC, NFC. We'll see what happens. Hey, thanks so much. Thanks so much for checking in. I'm Garet Christopher. Please visit GaretChristopher.com. You'll find out more about me. My other YouTube channels, Garet's Movie Take and Garet's Take. I got a weekly podcast on Soundcloud and Spotify. Please check them out. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you in the next one, and I'll talk about one of the other divisions. Thanks so much. Take care. GoPro, stop recording. GoPro, stop recording. GoPro, stop recording.